Another Halloween is come and gone. And, well, it's time to say goodbye to the Tardis. But I will just say, I had a lot of fun in here. This thing was crazy to drive, but it was fun. But, like they always say, all good things must come to an end. So, with that, Tardis, I say goodbye, and I bid you farewell. Until next time. Alrighty, fanboys and fangirls, on today's episode of Technoid, it looks like Samsung is going to release the S21 FE edition and the S22 at the same time. We're going to break down all the details that you need to know about that rumor. Also on today's episode, we have more information about the new 27-inch iMac and how it might secretly be an iMac Pro. We're going to discuss that. And lastly, to round off the year, we got some updates apparently on the Galaxy Bud Lives. If you guys don't remember the Galaxy Bud Lives, we have a few updates that you're going to want to hear. All of that on today's episode, so stay tuned. Now, real quickly before the video starts, I just want to say thank you to everybody that has enjoyed my little redecoration of the show as the Tardis. I want to thank all of you for spreading the Halloween mood. We are now 1 month away from December. That means the Christmas mode is about to turn it up. And as you guys know, this is the final month that I'll be using this background, this color scheme, because in December we switch it in to Christmas mode, or at least starting early November. And then in January for the new year, we begin the redesign of the show. I will start the marketing of that maybe in December, but main thing is let's enjoy the last bit of the purple while it's here, because in January we are changing things in a big way. So I hope you guys are ready for it. But anyway, now that we've got that out of the way, let's start the story off. Story number one, the main story. Let's talk about the S22 and the S21 Fan Edition. Now, naming this episode is going to be really hard, so I'm just going to pick one of them. But no, we're talking about two devices. So story number one, the main story, let's see. Samsung seems to want to hit 2022 out of the park and with a bang, because according to John Prosser, he claims that Samsung is working on a brand new S21 FE edition and S22 series, and it looks like they're going to be released back to back in the beginning of 2022. According to Prosser, he weighs in saying that the S21 Fan Edition will be the first new phone of 2022 for Samsung. It will also be a brand new edition that will also segue into the S22. The reason that Samsung wants to start off the year is not just because of sales, but also because they want to get the announcement started for January for the Fan Edition, and then they'll start doing pre-orders for the S22 Plus and Ultra, and that way they have a nice lineup in ready for February. So that way when all models go on sale, they will be widely available for everybody and anybody to pick up. Now, if you know me, I've been a huge fan of Samsung and their Fan Edition's phone, as they are the cheaper entry-level models and they relatively do a good job. But with that said though, the whole chip shortage problem going on with Samsung, and they're getting hit the most. Really, it's Samsung getting hit the most with their smartphones and a little bit of Apple, but their supply and demand with the whole chip shortage has still plagued them, and making new models is relatively going to be a little hard for them, especially if you're making a new model flagship and you're still slated to release a Fan Edition. And considering they need to focus on the supply chain, this is going to be really hard for them. So I don't know how Samsung's going to pull this off. But taking a look closely at the rumors, it seems that the S series is going to be available in February, and that we're going to see the new S22, the Plus, and the Ultra during the week of 6 in 2022. So these will be back to back, and Samsung seems to want to make a big buzz about it. And to round all of this off and end off here before we move on to the Galaxy Bud Lives, Prosser goes on and does say that Samsung hasn't solidified things yet. However, the series launch date could be around between now or could be early next year. So we're gonna have to wait and see. But overall, looking at everything, it's a mess. It's a mess because we don't know exactly what Samsung's gonna do. If I was Samsung, if it was me personally, I would skip the Fan Edition. I would just focus on the flagships, focus on getting the product made, and then once you've got your supply chain smoothened out, then we can move on from there. But For me, I don't think Samsung should do it, but that's just my opinion, that's just my thoughts. If you agree with it, let me hear your thoughts. If you disagree, that's perfectly fine, but let me hear your thoughts down below. Alrighty, story number 2, keeping up with the momentum, let's talk about the Galaxy Bud Lives. Now, this one has no source, as this is really just a rumor mill, so I'm putting a huge disclaimer. Do not believe this one until I confirm it. But this is just all rumors, but I wanted to cover it because it could potentially be true. According to several users on Reddit, again, the most reliable source on the internet, not really. According to Reddit users, there are reports coming around saying that the Galaxy Bud Lives are due for an update, and one of the big updates that Samsung is going to do with them is going to be in line with the active noise canceling and the sound quality. According to users, it seems that Samsung is working on a follow-up model to the Galaxy Bud Lives. Now, the Galaxy Bud Lives have been a hit and miss with consumers. Some people like it, some people don't. Some people think the sound is good, some people say the fit is terrible. It's a mixed bag, no matter how way you look at it. But taking a look at the buds themselves, they are due for an update, and with the new status of the new flagships and their tight integration with ecosystem, it seems that Samsung is going to focus on keeping their earbuds constricted with more premium features and other things coming into the buds. Of course, we do know that active noise canceling is the target, but being that they are an open source earbud, it kind of doesn't make sense for active noise canceling, as you can hear everything around you. But the beans seem to be a hit with some users, as they also seem to get an update in battery life, and also sound quality will be getting a drastic change as well. Now again, this is all just rumors. We don't have any confirmation, we don't have any real solidity to back up the claim, but again, I will be following up as soon as we hear more about it. And as in regards to the release date, nobody really seems to have an idea when that's going to be. Some people say it will be next year, some will say it'll be February, as they have seemed to have skipped out since they only released it in 2020. It's been a whole year since they've updated it, so we'll wait and see. We'll have to check it out, but let me hear your thoughts down below. What do you think of the Galaxy Bud Lives, the Bean Buds, and if you enjoyed them? And last story, the final story, and then we're out of here, guys. Let's talk about the 27-inch iMac. Now, the 27-inch iMac has been a big controversial topic to talk about, because a lot of people are not really too pleased with the Macs. They are pleased with the performance, the versatility, as Apple's gotten a lot more versatile, but their design choices have been terrible. I mean, come on, guys. Like, when are you gonna stop defending them and just call a spade a spade? Their design choices have been terrible. The notch on a MacBook, that little giant huge chin at the bottom of the iMac, come on. But with that said though, it does seem the 27-inch model is on its way. However, it might be a Pro machine and not necessarily a regular 27-inch iMac. According to a user on Twitter, which again, another rumor, but does validate some rumors that we talked about in the past. According to the user, he claims that they will have ProMotion and mini LED displays. The base model will have 16 gigabytes and 512 storage. It will contain the M1 Pro. There is rumors saying that if it will be maxed out, it'll be maxed out at the M1 Max. Get it? It will have dark bezels instead of having those color bezels like we saw before. There will be an HDMI, SD card, and USB-C port on the back of it. There will be a similar design to the Mac 24-inch and the Pro Display XDR with a more thinner design. The starting price will be at or over $2,000. There will be an Ethernet port, and there is reports saying that there has been internal testings of Face ID. However, it is not confirmed, and it is slated for 2022. Now, this device could be the iMac Pro return or the iMac in disguise, but we don't know exactly yet. We're gonna have to wait and see, but I will just say this. If the 27-inch iMac comes with a Pro display and becomes more in line with what we're accustomed to seeing with the new Macs, all I can hope is that it is a good computer and it serves the 27-inch model justice, as we kind of do need a 27-inch model out there. So I am actually looking forward to the 27-inch iMac. I am still deciding which Mac to go with, so I'll have to wait and see which model I go with. But I will say, hearing the reports, hearing the rumors, not bad. Can't say it's terrible. Doesn't seem that bad. And that's it for today's episode of Technoid. Now guys, this was a very short episode, so I hope you enjoyed it. Again, we got a ton of reviews coming out, guys. Got my AirPods review, Soundcore Liberty 3 Pro review, and the all new Soundcore frames. I got a ton of reviews, unboxings, and stuff to do, so make sure you're subscribed and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on my videos. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you dislike the video, you can hit the dislike button. That helps circulate my videos as well. As always, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next episode. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Take care, stay safe, and peace!